The weather was absolutely fantastic this weekend, but I think today we'll work inside. So I'm going to cut channels in the wall where I will install the electricity lines before I start rendering the walls, of course. In order to make nice straight horizontal and vertical lines, I use the laser level, and I use the one from LasGoo. I received it a little time ago, a few weeks ago, and I do really like it because, as I've mentioned before, it's got this rechargeable battery. In fact, it comes with 2 batteries and the charging cable, so you're never out of battery. And I already have one in. I can check on the little button to see if it's charged properly. Yeah, 3 dots, 3 out of 4 dots. That's plenty for what we're doing today. So I am going to put this on a tripod and then indicate where my lines are, and then I will trace the lines on the wall itself, because the amount of dust the cutting is going to generate will disturb my laser level line. So I will have to draw a line on the wall itself, but I use the laser level as a guidance. It comes just with a universal female thread. They'll fit on any normal size tripod. Whoppa! We got laser. I am going to select which line I need. I need just a vertical line right now. That's the vertical line. I don't need the horizontal line. I just need one vertical line. That's correct. This is the area where my vanity is going to be positioned. And above the vanity, obviously a mirror, and on left and right side of the mirror we want to have a light. So I've got to establish first of all the center line of my vanity, and then I can measure from the center line left and right equal distances. You want to have the mirror right in the middle, right? So these orange lines indicate my vanity. Where is my center line of the vanity? I think it could be here. Now, as my vanity has quite a interesting shape, not really square, I am free to decide where my center is, basically. Yeah, so we have established that this is the center line of my vanity, and the mirror will be on the center line. So my cabling should be at equal distances from the center line, right? Yeah, how big is a mirror going to be? Yeah, I think we can assume that this is going to be 50. I need my horizontal line as well. There you go. Yeah, so this is the center line of the mirror. This is a horizontal line, perfectly horizontal line. I am deciding that I want to have my power leads at 40 centimeters from the center of the mirror. Yeah, and then how high do you want to have them? Remember, we are going to raise this floor with 15 centimeters. Then the average height of a countertop is 90 centimeters. So 15 plus 90 is 105. My countertop is going to sit at this level here. Good to have that indicated too. The mirror should be a little higher. I mean, I am looking at this point here, but then I'm a freak of nature. I'm 2 meters 6 feet 6 and a bit tall. Say that I am a foot taller than, say that the average person is 170 centimeters. So that is 30 centimeters smaller than me. That would be the line of sight. My line of sight is here, basically. 30 centimeters would be here. The line of sight of, say, an average person would be here. The floor is going to raise 15 centimeters, so we go 15 up again. Then I guess the line of sight of an average person will be around here, once the floor is in. So then I would think that we need the power sort of on this line. Yeah, sort of on this line. On this line and on this line. So where these two intersect should be the power coming out, and these two intersect. That's right there. That's where my power point should come out. Right there. These two dots. That is where I want to have my power coming out. And then I gotta do one here in the back, because we're gonna put a light up here in the middle. Now I've got on this section of my shower stall, we will position that door, that old door, that louver door that I refurbished. Here will be my vanity with a half height wall for the toilet, which will be sitting here. This will be the walkway. I want to have that lamp here on the wall on the center line of my walkway. So I gotta establish a few points which are basically in the middle on the center line of the walkway. Yeah, now what do you assume is straight? Which line do you assume as your baseline? The wall? Yeah, I guess so. So if we would, don't know whether you can see it on the camera, but if we would just extrapolate the line of my countertop, then that would end up here, and then we take the middle, where's my tape measure, and we would take the middle from this extrapolated line to the shower stall. This point here would be the middle. So we gotta go up on this middle line. That's the center line between the extrapolated line from my counter and the entrance of the shower stall. And then we want to have the light sitting somewhere here as a center point. Okay, so I gotta cut my channel here. Now these channels don't need to be 100% exactly vertical and horizontal, because it's a flexible pipe hose that I use as a conduit. But you know, you have a little bit of pride in your work as well, right? So let's just do it as neat as we can. Now to cut the channels, I use this Parkside channel cutter, or whatever you call it. You know, it's got the two blades parallel to each other, 1 inch different in between, 2.5 centimeters more or less, which is the size of my conduit. It's an absolute piece of crap, this machine. Seriously, don't buy it. Buy something a bit more decent. I picked it up for very little at a time where I didn't need it, assuming that I was going to need it, and I do need it now, but it's a piece of crap. It doesn't cut stone really. Even this aerated concrete blocks that I could scratch a channel in it with my fingernail. It doesn't do it in one go at the maximum depth setting. It's a pain and it's not nice work. You have to be completely covered up. It would be really nice to have a tool that does the job in one go and then be done with it, instead of having to pass over several times in order to get the right depth. Especially on the stone walls, I've had to use a normal angle grinder as well. I just basically used it to indicate the width of the channel because that's what it does well. But it's an absolute piece of crap. Parkside, I'll never buy any more electric products from Parkside. I've never been really happy with their electric products, the power tools. But anyway, we're gonna start cutting. I'll start with the most simple one. It's gonna be really dusty. I'm gonna have to gear up and switch to the GoPro camera, which is dust and waterproof. I'll see you on the other end. Wish me luck. I'm suffering from a serious brain fog. I can't get my head wrapped around the Electra. We got two groups of lights. I got one switch with two switches on it, basically. Just can't get my head wrapped around how I need to wire things up in an efficient way. But luckily my dad came down to France. He is staying on a camping with his camper and he's coming to visit me tomorrow. And he knows all about electrics. Yeah, I'm gonna have to consult him tomorrow how to wire this up here. The rest is all fairly simple because what's here behind me, that's all hidden behind a cupboard that we are building there. And that cupboard will hide all the wiring, so the wiring can and the ducting can run over the finished walls. But here in this wall, I want to have everything running in ducting inside the wall, so I need to plan this a little bit more. Yeah, so what am I going to do? I think I'm going to start rendering that bit of wall. At least I'll have something done today, something accomplished. So yeah, I'm gonna start rendering that wall, and I'll do it with lime and sand, because the outside wall, this wall is a lime and sand wall. So we can't work on that with Portland cement, because Portland cement is harder than the actual wall, and you should try to avoid that. So I'm going to tidy up a little bit here and then make up a batch of mortar and slap it on the wall. Accomplish at least something today. possible that we have a dry day today in what is predicted to be a very rainy week. So I gotta make use of that and do all my outside work today. Trimming the bush in front of my windows a little so that I can look outside, and preparing my trailer with rubble for the tip. Let's do that right now. Alright, let this rendering dry over the coming days, and then we'll probably sand it smooth and give it a second coat. Not sure with what, probably just pure lime. But yeah, we should carry on with the Electra. Over here I have an idea. My dad was over, he explained me how to figure out how those switches work, because I had a problem with a double switch, light switch basically, double tap light switch, and we'll carry on with that tomorrow, and then we'll sand down all the rendered walls and give it a final coating, and then we'll tie it together. So plenty to do, we're not there yet. Thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for subscribing, for liking, for sharing. Big thank you to these guys who are really helping us with this channel. If you think I deserve the coffee, please see the link below or the link in the description, and your help is appreciated. See you in the next video. Bye now.